For Indian IT professionals looking to work abroad, US has always been the most preferred option, followed by UK. One of the reasons being the high salaries in IT jobs in these global hubs. But over the last decade, several countries in Europe have emerged as the new tech job destinations, providing fulfilling IT careers to Indian software engineers. Germany, Netherlands, Sweden, Denmark, France are now homes to thousands of Indian IT professionals. So how do the salaries compare for IT professionals in these European countries? What are the taxes in these countries that impact your take-home pay? And what are the factors that need to be considered for these differences? Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel, The Happy Host. Today we will be discussing the various IT jobs that Indian IT professionals can look for in various countries in Europe. What are the average salaries that they can expect in these countries? And what are the tax structures which will help you estimate your net take-home pay in these IT jobs in different countries of Europe. But before we begin, please do not forget to subscribe to my channel. And for those who are already supporting me, thank you so much. Please continue to show your support. I have been living and working in Europe for the last 7 years. I am based in Sweden and travel extensively around Europe for work. I work in the financial services industry on the IT side, and presently I am in a senior leadership position leading the IT strategy and consulting for financial services globally. Now, in these 7 years, I have had a lot of interaction with my colleagues, my friends, and the extended IT community in Europe, which has given me a fair understanding of the IT job market, especially in the Northern and Western Europe, where I'm more closely connected. The salary structures, the tax structures, and the cost of living overall in these countries. And these are some of the information I wish to share with you in this video. So stay tuned till the end. Indian software engineers can look for IT jobs in several European countries, especially in the northern and western parts of Europe. For example, Germany, Netherlands, Sweden, Denmark, France, Switzerland. These countries are facing a tech talent shortage, making it easier for Indian IT professionals to secure jobs in Europe, especially in niche areas like AI, cloud computing, DevOps, cybersecurity, software development, AR/VR, and several others. Now, one of the criteria of moving from India to Europe for a job is certainly the financial component. What will be the salary in your new IT role? What would be the tax structure, the cost of living, your net take-home pay in the new country? Now, in India, we are well aware of what salary we can expect based on our role, our skill set, our years of experience, the industry that we are working in. So we have a fair idea of what salary we can expect. But in Europe, every country is very different in terms of the salary structures for the various IT roles, the tax rates, the cost of living, and all this can be very confusing to somebody who's not living in these countries to be able to understand all of this. So let me try to share what I have learned over the last 7 years during my stay in Europe, and speaking to my several friends and colleagues and the extended IT community within Europe. But just a disclaimer here, the salary ranges that I share here are indicative only, and they may not be 100% accurate. So please consider them as guideline only and not guaranteed salaries for the roles that I talk about. If we look at the average annual salaries for software engineers in the mid-level experience range, say 3 to 8 years, the median salaries could look something like this. Switzerland, Euro 95 to 100,000. Denmark, Euro 57,000 to 63,000. Germany, Euros 50,000 to 55,000. Netherlands, Euros 42 to 45,000. Sweden, Euro 45 to 50,000. France, Euro 40 to 45,000. Now, these are high-level average numbers only and just half the story. Individual salaries may vary based on several criteria, which I will talk about next. And also do not forget that tax rates and cost of living in each of these countries are widely different. So all these must be considered together when you are planning to take up a job in any of these countries, because ultimately they all impact your take-home pay and monthly expenses. So what we just saw are the average median salaries of IT professionals in these various countries. Now let us consider the factors based on which your individual salary may be higher or lower than the median salaries which we just saw. The first factor, for example, straightforward, it's the years of experience that you have. As we all know, the entry-level and junior level IT professionals earn lesser, and the salaries increase as you move to the mid-level, say 5 to 10 years, and those beyond 10 years, the senior positions earn significantly higher. But in Europe, the salaries are controlled mostly by the labor unions in the various countries. So there is always a standard range within which the salaries would increase. Unlike in India, where the professionals can negotiate directly with their new employers, and sometimes we are able to negotiate an exponential raise also. But that may not happen in Europe, where it moves within a standard range. Another factor which impacts your individual salary is your specialized skills. So expertise in high demand technologies and niche areas demand higher salaries. Now in Europe, software development roles are in very high demand, but skilled developers are in short supply. So roles like back-end developers, cloud infra engineers, data scientists, AI/ML experts, cybersecurity experts can command much higher salaries. Also, game developers and those with AR/VR skills are in high demand in the gaming, media and entertainment industry. So they can also demand a much higher salary. The third factor is the industry that you work in. Now, several industries in Europe are now going through a slump right now, but there are several others like banking and finance and healthcare, which are offering competitive salaries as they have a huge demand for specialized IT skills. And the reason is banking, fintech, healthcare, they are on a rapid pace of digitization themselves, and that is where they have a huge demand for these IT skills. The fourth and a very critical factor in your salary determination is your location. Now, within the same country, you may see the salary ranges will vary from one city to another. Major tech hubs and cities with high cost of living offer higher salaries to attract talent. And this is why you will see that in Sweden, Stockholm offers the highest salaries compared to other cities in Sweden. Similarly, in Germany, Munich and Frankfurt have salaries much higher than in other cities. In Switzerland, Zurich leads all other cities in terms of salaries. Also, we have to keep in mind that countries which have higher tax rates or higher cost of living also provide higher salaries. For example, Switzerland and Denmark, they offer salaries comparatively much higher than other countries in Europe. Let us now talk about the taxes. Most of the European countries are known to have very high tax regimes with progressive tax rates as your salaries increase. So let us look at the tax slabs for the countries whose salaries I have compared earlier. So they would be Switzerland, Germany, Netherlands, Denmark, France, and Sweden. Starting with the highest tax slabs, Denmark leads the list with the tax ranges from 12.1% to 55.9%. Next is Sweden with the highest tax slab of 52%. Netherlands has between 9.8% to 49.5%. Germany has tax slabs between 14% to 45%. But the taxes are higher for individuals who are unmarried, single, and have no children. France has a maximum tax slab of 45%. Switzerland, surprisingly, has amongst the lowest tax rates in the world, and their tax slabs are between 0.77% to 19%, though there are variations across cities or cantons. But the point to keep in mind is that Switzerland has a very high cost of living, and this evens out the tax benefits. So if we now look at the salaries again, along with the corresponding tax rates of each of these countries, this is what we can conclude. Switzerland offers the highest salaries for IT jobs in Europe and very low tax rates. And that is to afford the extremely high cost of living, from house rents to transportation, food, and others. Denmark offers the next higher level of salaries, but their tax rates are among the highest in Europe, so the net take-home pay sort of evens out. Cost of living in Denmark is also very high. Salaries in Germany are competitive, and their tax rates particularly favor people who are married and have children, while singles with no kids end up paying more tax for the same salary. Netherlands, Sweden, and France offer marginally lower salaries, and the tax rates are also slightly lower. So the net take-home pay are comparable to countries which offer higher salaries. So with that, I hope you have got an idea about the salary structures and the tax rates in various countries of Europe, with specific reference to the IT jobs and the roles that you may be looking for. I hope you find this information useful. And if you like my content, do subscribe to my channel and like, share and comment on this video. Hope to see you again next week with another topic. Till then, bye-bye.